Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I don't know why I decided to film this today, mainly because I started feeling better, but welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a tag video because last night I was getting over, as the sound of my voice, laryngitis. I ended up on a BookTube hole. I ended up watching older BookTube videos, mainly BookTube tag videos, and I decided, because I'm trying to revamp this channel, I'm gonna do a little BookTube newbie tag, because, you know, why not start this channel brand new, not really, with a tag video. So it's not a long tag video, so this video is not gonna be long, but it's enough to talk about like books and what to expect from me as a booktuber. Also, another reason why I started this channel again is because I needed a new place for content, for bookish content at least. Let's get started. Okay, so first question, why did I start this channel? I started this channel like a long time ago. I created this channel in like 2014. I think the first time I posted on this channel was about 2017-ish, I think, around that time. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've been on this channel, but I'm like still technically a newbie because I've never really posted proper sit down God, my voice is gone, it's just coming back. Proper sit down videos, and I wanted a new place to talk about books, and like not even just talk about books in terms of filming, but like having a new place where I can find bookish recommendations, like book recommendations. So yeah, BookTube will be the place where I look for book recommendations, and I feel like it's going to be more in detail. The second question, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I am a very, okay, I don't mean this in a mean way, but I'm a very boring person. I don't do anything that much. I am the epitome of homebody, introvert, would rather be in her room or in her house just reading or playing video games or watching YouTube videos or having nothing planned. I go to work. I sometimes go out if I find the mental capacity and energy to go out, but for the most part I like staying inside. So not a lot of unique things, but I feel like I want to hopefully bring some content in saying that it's okay to be a homebody, it's okay to stay home and just read. If that's your interest and if that's your niche, you can just sit down, relax, and read or watch videos and just do nothing and not feel bad about it. Next question, what are you most excited for this channel? I'm most excited for having my algorithm correct itself a little bit for more bookish content, because I've been using this channel in particular to watch just like random TV shows. So hopefully it's gonna, the more I post on this video and the more I watch bookish content on this channel, my algorithm will fix itself back to book content. And I'm excited to read more. What do you love most about reading? I think I love reading in general. It's because when I first started reading, I hated it. Like, I was not the biggest fan of it because it was just, I couldn't get into like reading the words because English is not my first language, so reading was just so hard. But as I got older and started to enjoy reading, I found reading as a very good escapism, and in a way that you can make up your own things as you read, because unlike with television and film where you can physically see it in front of you, reading is that you can make it up on your own. You can make up the whole world, and I think it's a really good thing, especially if you have a very strong imagination. I personally don't think I have a very strong imagination, but I think I have strong enough that I can visualize what I'm reading very easily, and it immerses me inside these books like easier than it should have. That's why I love reading. What book or series got you into reading? Here, this is a tricky thing because like I said, I wasn't a big reader when I was growing up, so I think the first time I read like a series fully, I was like in 8th grade or high school. But I think I remember the first series I ever finished was the Selection series by Kiara Cass. It has been such a long time since I've taught about those books, but I still remember it vividly, reading it for the very first time, all 3 of those books. I picked up the first book in that trilogy completely by accident. I was just in the library looking at books because I was there and my mom, and I picked up this book and just started reading a little bit. Around that time I was like reading a little bit more, but the Selection really hooked me. I don't even think I ended up borrowing that book. I think I ended up finishing it in the library. That's how long I was there. But like, it was also like, I think 300 pages, I'm not sure how long. And then I came back a couple, like when the second book came out, and then I read that, and then when the third book came out, I read that in a day. So yeah, the Selection series, I have never owned them, but they hold a very special place in my heart. Okay, next question. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? This is not technically a reading question, it's more like bookshelf questions. Like, you can't see my books, so it's like that's my bookshelf right there. I'm just gonna show you guys a bit, because yeah, that's like one half of my bookshelf. But what I would like to ask my booktubers is my favorite booktubers is that how do you, okay, I'm not even in the center one. How do you guys get your books so aesthetically pleasing and so organized? And like, if you guys have seen like bookshelf photos, the books are all so like straight and organized. Like, even if I put it all as paperback or all as hardback, my books will never be straight at all. So that's not a reading question, it's just something I want to ask my favorite booktubers, because like, how do you guys do that to your bookshelves? It's just a random question, but it's just like, it's been in my head since I was watching a lot of videos last night. Next question. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me personally, is that this will be the hardest thing for me to overcome, is to have like proper sit down videos and not run out of things to say. Because unlike vlogging videos or like vlog type videos where you point the camera and just pick it up, sit down videos need a little bit more planning, and I feel like I'm not the biggest planner, so sit down videos will be interesting. But one of the main things I want to do with this channel is to have more sit down videos, so like to talk more about books. So I think that's the biggest thing is for me to overcome, is just to figure out what to film. 8. Okay, I think I kind of semi-answered this, but I'm gonna go into deeper detail. When did you start reading? So I started fully enjoying reading when I was in middle school. So if you guys live in the US, I'm not sure if every state does this, but in my state in particular, we have this thing called the 100 book challenge, where it just encourages kids to read, because it's part of the curriculum and like a lot of like language arts English classes, where you have to read 100 books within a school year. Well, not just 100 books, but like that's the basics, you know, because not a lot of people enjoy reading that much. So like around 7th grade, 8th grade, the 100 book challenges got me really familiarized with books. But it was 8th grade when I started reading fully. So like I said, the first series I read was the selection book, so I just read those, and then for 100 book challenge I started reading the Hunger Games series. Thanks to the Hunger Games books, I surpassed a lot of my 100 book challenge quickly, like very fast. And then it just catapulted from there. Where do you read? Okay, this question kind of like confused me, like where do I read, like what location do I read? For the most part, I read in my room, and I also read in the train going to work, because there's no signal on the train. But if this is like where I do most of my reading, either physically or like ebooks, it's a toss-up. Like recently it's been a lot of ebooks, so like I have a Kindle and I read on Kindle Unlimited, and then I also have Libby, which is like a library server kind of thing. So like it's an app where you can like connect yourself. If you have a library card, you can connect there, you can borrow books from there, and I think it really does help a lot of my reading, because sometimes I don't want to buy the books right away, because what if I don't enjoy it? So more often than not, my library has the books and I just download them onto my Kindle and I read there. I've also been trying to get back into physical reading more, so I've been doing that. So it's been a toss-up, so I do have like a physical book that I read. I also like reading outside a little bit, like even just on my steps, just like sitting on my steps. Right now I can't do that because there's snow on my porch, but for the most part, like sitting outside just reading, and sometimes people watching, but mostly just reading on the steps. It's just like feeling air hit you, and just really nice. I think it's the best place to read during spring, when it's like not too hot, not too cold. Next question. What kind of books do you like to read? Growing up, I was really into like fantasy, and I kind of fell off that after I finished most of the Morgan Sherman's books. Started getting into more contemporary books, because my attention span kind of waned a little bit, and I could not focus on series. With a lot of contemporary romance, they're just like singular books, you know, like maybe sometimes a duology, but for the most part it was just one book, and it finishes in one book. But now I'm trying to get back into fantasy, into series. This is actually my first trilogy. It's not a series, but like my first trilogy that I'm trying to get back into. So this is a twofer: get back into series and back into fantasy. So this is the Lycanus trilogy by, James Islington. This is the second book in that trilogy, and yeah, I think it's a good place to read. It's also very chunky, so it can get me immersed into a world. Crazy. I also like reading romance books, like I said, and then I got into dark romance. Dark romance is a little intense, but I enjoy it nonetheless. And then I'm trying to read more translated works. Currently the only translated works I've been reading is this Japanese series. The first book is called I think it's called Before Your Coffee Gets Cold or something like that. But that series is cozy comfort in a book. Amazing. And it just makes me feel so relaxed, happy. And it's just like a weird thing to think about because it's just like comfort in a book. Those are the kind of books I like to read. It's very all over the place, whether it's fantasy, whether it's romance, whether it's dark romance. I will read anything, and if I enjoy it, I enjoy it, and it's great. I am not a picky reader. I do lose interest very fast, but if you hold my interest, you hold my interest. Even if I end up not liking you, you hold my interest. So yeah, those were the BookTube newbie tags, and hopefully I can come up with more videos and interest videos that I will post on this channel. Okay, my voice is gone now. Bye.